So there's not, like, I will say, see, I'll give it credit before I tear into it. The Thrones of Decay has a lot better balance than the Shadows of Change did. I will say that. That's a fact. Like, that is just a fact. So many of the new units are either balanced or just good, where most of the Shadows of Change was broken overpowered. That being said, we do need to talk about some of the broken overpowered stuff. And I would go back to, if my video came out by now about Tarmacon, I feel that Theodore Bruckner falls into that category too of like, he's strong. I don't think he'll be meta defining, but I do think he is fundamentally unfun. And it's because of this ability. His Balefire Amulet. He dies. Ooh, wowee, guys. Wowee. We lose 2/3 health off the Lamper's Revenge. We lose an entire deckhand mob, and we lose half of another deckhand mob because I managed to kill the duelist character. Wow, feels good. And it's like, I just feel like it's a really punishing mechanic. I guess, like, I just don't like the whole bloated corpse concept where, at least the bloated corpse is bad at everything, but this is like, take a duelist who's pretty good at dueling, and if you actually take him out, good for you, and then you get punished for taking him out. It just feels stupid. Like, I don't think anyone's going to enjoy dealing with Theodore Bruckner or Tarmacon, but yeah. Also, you're netted nice little charge there, but like, yeah, it even does so much damage to single entities as it blows up here. And Franz, like, straight up dies. So his explosion did 3,000 damage to Franz and Felix. Gotrek had his Gotrek's Doom going, so he didn't take near as much, because I was testing to see how much that would help him, but, like, it's just kind of dumb. You know, Theodore is okay in concept, like a melee duelist. He's a little overcosted, so you probably wouldn't see him except for that redonkulous explosion. And then again, same as Tarmacon, how are you going to deal with it? Well, Tarmacon, he's on, you know, you can shoot him pretty much. Except if he's on horseback, he's much harder to shoot. But, like, yeah, you can just shoot him or avoid him or throw him into some halberds. Theodore is not going to be that way, because he's low profile with his Demigryph Knight mount. He's pretty fast in his Demigryph Knight mount. He's much harder to shoot like that. And his Baleful Amulet does damage to everything to a ridiculous degree. Not just single entities like Tarmacon's. It's even worse. So it's now like, I honestly think you'll see him in maybe half or more Empire builds, and I really don't think it's going to be fun. Like, it's not going to be terrible. It's not going to be the worst thing, but it is going to be like, oh, and that fucking thing went off again. It's never going to be like, dude, that was so sick! Did you see that part where he died that killed everything anyway because he fucking died? And finally, on to the thing that everybody's been talking about. But the Thunder Barge is just a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. Same as Tarmacon and Bruckner. I don't think, like, there's any numbers changes. I don't think there's any numbers changes you can do to make the Thunder Barge a good idea. And that's kind of my problem with it, is, like, it's just the concept is bad. And the biggest one is the Spear of Grugni, which I used as soon as the game started, so I paused it. But, like, oh, hey, we have this crazy, like, sky thing that has a whole bunch of cannons, and it does good damage to single entities. It does amazing damage to infantry, but, like, maybe single entities could deal with it. Oopsie poopsie, I took half of its fucking health, did 3,200 damage with one giant spear, and now I get to zoom around the map and just murder fools. Now, its speed is low, and it is relatively weak to ranged fire. We can see a handgunner, and the AI is just being stupid, so they're not using their other handgunner correctly. But, like, this thing, 12,000 HP, 13,000 HP, it's not fucking around. It won't instantly die to stuff, and if you can just use its speed, which I turned off because I was learning how to use it. If you just use its speed to fly over the handgunners, you can kill them pretty quick, and then the rest of the game is yours. And you'd think that the steam tank would be invulnerable to my Thunder Barge, but I'm going to kill him, too. So now you're just nuking everything. It has almost infinite ammo. 140 ammunition is insane. And look how much damage it did to the steam tank when it used its frontal cannon. I was checking out the bombs to see how much they would do, but start flying around, do some damage to it. I'm going to fly over here and help out my Demon Slayer. Kill off everybody. Boop, boop, boop. Come back. Kill that thing. Like, it's just ridiculous. And melee units in the air don't do particularly well against it. They just kind of fuck around and get shot. Some single entities catch it, but it's tough. It's just, like, not It's not good unit design. It's not. It's good versus everything. It's weak versus one or two things. So it's just a checklist. Do you have the thing that can counter it? Yes. Check. You do good. Do you not have the thing that can directly counter it? No. Then everything else is literally useless, and you just lost the game. It's just dumb. It's just not fun game design. And again, the campaign players are going to come after me and be like, it's fun for campaign. Dude, just make it campaign exclusive. Like, you could do that. Like, you could just make it campaign exclusive. It's fine for campaign. I'm not complaining at all about campaign. Who gives a shit about it? Like, campaigns are just a fun sandbox for having fun. But in multiplayer, you gotta balance things, and this isn't balanced. Like, if its cost was 4,000, it might be balanced. I don't think it'd be fun, but it'd be balanced. But its cost isn't 4,000. It's just kind of ridiculous. So, I don't know. I think it's dumb. I don't want it out of the game. I just wish it was campaign exclusive. Because I want to play with it in campaign. I just don't really want to fucking deal with it in quick battles or my tournaments or anything. Can you imagine corner camping dwarves? Corner camping dwarves with this is the only thing that's attacking you and it's just flying around. Like, that's, wow, fun gameplay. Woo, very fun. So, yeah, I think it's dumb, personally. I don't know if we've gone backwards or if this has never been fixed, because I feel like I keep talking about it, so maybe it's never been fixed, but I'd swear it's getting worse. And that's the Soul Grinder accuracy. So I loaded up, this is me experimenting around with the Thrones of Decay DLC, and I wanted to check out the Noxbringer's corrosion thing. Destroys ammunition. And also play with a Toad Dragon. Now, Toad Dragons, before we get into the negative, Toad Dragons are great. Their models are beautiful. They're very neat. I think they're rather well balanced. They're a good destructive monster, but they're also quite expensive and squishy. So, like, squishy when they just, like, sit in spears and stuff. I like the Toad Dragon a lot. I think its animations are beautiful. Everything about it's great. No negative things at all to say about the Toad Dragon. I can't say enough negative things about Noxbringer. He fucking sucks. So he has 15 ammunition. Look at how far his range is, right? So we are well within his range, and he's shooting at a crossbowman. Okay, that was a pretty bad shot, but he did get his cloud of erosion. He destroys some ammunition, and he destroys, like, what, a whopping 2? 2 ammo. Okay. Now, I want you to watch his pathetic accuracy as he hits another one. Cloud of erosion. Meanwhile, the Toad Dragon's gonna go be a baller. So, if you want to be sad, watch the Poxbringer's frickin' shots. If you want to be happy, watch the Toad Dragon just go to town over there. Look at him go. Living his best life. One more hit. Another cloud of erosion, down to half ammo for the crossbowman. Go, Toad Dragon. He's just going and living his best life. Not even close. You got a tickling over there. You got a tickling over there. You did get a good hit there. There you go. There you go. Not even close. 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 Kind of close. Not even close. Not even close. Oh, wow, buddy. You used all your ammunition shooting at some crossbows. Wow. You got 478 value, buddy. They still have ammo left. After you shot at them for 4.5 minutes at medium range. You suck. You are terrible. You're garbage. Oh, my God. He's so fucking bad. I don't know why the Soul Grinders of Nurgle are so inaccurate. Like, no one wants laser targeting Soul Grinders of Nurgle. Of course not. But that was sad. Come on. Another thing I find weird are Plague Ogres. So, like, look at the Plague Ogre. 1450 cost. Okay. Versus Man-Eaters with Great Weapons. Both are anti-large armor piercing. So there's no real difference there. But look at the man-eaters. 50 less gold. They have more speed, more melee attack, more charge bonus. And the only thing they're lacking is minus 10 armor, 500 less HP than the Nurgle ones, and Nurgle ones have poison. Why? Like, the Mark of Nurgle literally says increased melee defense. But they have the same exact melee defense as man-eaters. Now I might be like, well, compare them to ogres. Okay, but they cost more than the fucking man-eaters, so what are we doing here? And I don't know. The other one, too, like the Plague Ogres regular, comparing them to man-eaters. Man-eaters have more melee defense, more melee attack, more speed, more charge bonus. The Plague Ogres have bonus versus infantry and poison, I guess. A little more armor, a little more HP. But you're paying 150 gold more than a regular-ass man-eater. It's just weird. Like, and I bring this up to also go to Beastmen here. Pestigors, and I'm not talking about Pestigors versus Zongors, like straight-up unit comparisons. Pestigors have armor piercing. That's probably going to make them very useful. I don't think they'll be a great unit just for other reasons, but that's not the point of this video. The Zongor has 13 more melee defense than the Pestigor. But, like, the Mark of Nurgle... Where'd it go? Mark of Nurgle, like, keeps literally saying, increase melee defense. This guy has 25 melee defense! Like, what was it fucking increased from? Is a normal armor-piercing gore, as opposed to a Pestigor, is a normal armor-piercing gore have, like, a melee defense of, like, 17? What are you comparing it to? That's fucking terrible! So, I don't know. It's like, if the Mark of Nurgle didn't exist, I wouldn't care about this, where it's like, oh, okay, Pestigors have higher melee attack, poison, and armor piercing. And the Tzeentch guys have barrier, silver shields, more armor, and more melee defense. It's defensive versus offensive. The units aren't what I'm talking about. It's the Mark of Nurgle being here at all. What? Why? Decreased melee attack. Okay, but where's the increased melee defense? This shit's garbage. So I don't get it. Like, say with the... As we were talking about with the Plague Ogres or whatever, it's like, you're getting the Mark of Nurgle for supposedly higher melee defense, but when you compare it to its contemporary, it actually has the exact same. Is the Mark of Nurgle real? I don't know. And before you ask, yes, I've loaded into the game. It's not like it increases once you get into game. No, it is just 42. Alright, I promised a fun thing. We have one more stupid thing, then we'll get to the fun thing. Now, stupid, it's not the worst in the world, but I just don't see any world where you're going to take the mechanical horse, the mechanical steed of the Empire. Slightly more HP, slightly more armor, a little more melee attack, a little more charge bonus for a ranged character, and you lose speed, which is critical. You pay 200 more gold to lose speed. And if you're taking this guy on a warhorse, you want to be fast. I don't see the point in taking the mechanical steeds. You're probably not going to see it. On to the positive change. The Feral Wyvern got added to the Greenskin roster. For real. I checked. Even with the unit caps on, you could take the Feral Wyvern. Oh, okay. The CPU didn't have a lord. I was like, wait, I swore I checked this before I started the video. You can take a Feral Wyvern, baby! Let's go! It's real, it's a real unit. It's 1,500 gold for a greenskin flying monster. I don't think you're gonna see much of it, but I mean, we take those. Hell yeah! The Orc War Boss has a Wyvern mount too, so you could have Wyvern boys. I don't know. It brought me joy. There's no reason it shouldn't be there's no reason it should be campaign exclusive because it's not even that good. So, hell yeah, dude. Alright, I'm not sure where I'm going to slip this clip in, so maybe it's during that giant bitching video I had of bitching about things, but the Goblin Herer is just hilarious. I don't know how it's going to shake out in multiplayer. It has an extremely short range, but a high missile strength and then being piloted by Slayers just makes it hilarious. Go, Goblin Herer, go! Decent little damage to these man-eaters. Takes them down to half HP, which, considering how expensive they are, is great. And then you get into a fight and the crew is just fucking Slayers. It's funny. It's also 1,000 gold, super short range, like I said, a little bit kind of pseudo janky. So like I extremely doubt this is going to be a problematic unit. We'll have to see. I think it'll just be very funny. You can counter it by easily shooting at it with archers or your own artillery or something. It's fun. I have nothing negative to say about it. It's fun. It's not even good, it's just fun, which sometimes is fine. Roar.
Subscribe, yes, yes.